Wackadoodle. This is a wackadoodle.
Dora!
Dude. Hello, Gora. This shave is for you. A while back, the good folks at Pearl Shaving sent me a care package, a bunch of razors today. I'm pulling out their classic safety razor. It's classic. The folks from Pearl, proudly manufactured in India, have been making some really good shaving gear for many, many years. And this is their classic safety razor. Pull it out, guys. Feels like stainless steel, super, super heavy. Maybe it's brass. It's got this antique look. I'll find out and I'll flash it on the screen what it's made of. But it is beautiful. Look at the little pearl eye, the logo. Beautifully knurled. Fagora. All right. Two-piece head. Little scalp scenario. Very, very nice. And I'll be shaving with that in just a second. Comes with a set of 10 the gentleman blades, which I will be using, and a cloth to help you clean the device, which is a nice touch. Check them out, Pearl Shaving. You can get them on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description box below. You know all that jazz. All right. In my continued effort to fight off the allergies, I'm hoping to shave more. I've said that, and I've been shaving less. I'm running 3 days of stubble here, and I need to get it off because, again, guys, I feel like the more hair, the more stubble you keep. If you're allergic to dust and hair and stuff in the air in your house, it sticks. The electrostatic energy makes it stick to the hair, and it's not helpful. I've noticed when I put on the beard, I instantly get an increased allergic reaction in a terrible way. So I'm going to throw this blade on. Fits on those little teats, if you will. Nice, look at that. Beautiful. That might be the thumbnail right there, guys. All right, let's make the thumbnail right there. You gotta have a place for the average guy tested logo. I'm gonna put it up here in the corner.
Gora! The allergies are kicking my ass.
And thanks to all of you who have mentioned me in the comments, hoping for a speedy recovery or for the allergies to subside, especially my friends Carl and Carla. I want to thank you for your support. Thank you for your kindness and worrying about me. It really means a lot. All right, gonna be pairing the shave with one of my favorites. This is Elysian Soap's Atlantis Deep. It is a beautiful, sumptuous scent, great for the fall. When I get into lathering, I'll give you the notes in here, and we'll do that in just a minute, followed by the Atlantis Deep aftershave splash. Now, Elysian Soap, guys, they've done us a service to get their products at 15% off. I'm talking 15% off of their beautiful products by using my code at checkout. It's Average Guy, AVGGUY, and it gets you 15% off. And it's not adding to anything. I'm not getting anything for this. I'm just getting friendship, guys. I think it's a great product. It's a product I love, and I just asked if they would give you guys and me a discount every time we support their cause. They're a small company, make great products. Check them out, love them, use them, and let them know the Average Guy sent you by using the code. That's it. All right. And we're going to use that right now. I have to call Pacific Shaving and see if I can get a code for savings for this wonderful, beautiful, natural cork handled brush. It's just beautiful. Soft cork, but it has a nice hard core. It's got a premium synthetic filament here. So the hair looks like badger, feels like badger, performs like badger. It's not badger. It's made by the FM Brush Company. They've been pioneering synthetic since the 60s. And there are great benefits. It's cleaner. It's easier to use. It doesn't have to be wet soaked. It's more durable. And no badger is harmed in the production of this brush. Pick one up at pacificshaving.com, and I'm going to ask them to give me a code too. But that's for the next shave. All right, let's get right into it. I've jumped out of the shower, so I've steamed up, I've cleaned up, I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm going to follow it up with a little bit of near hot because I've been talking. And I'm going to take a little bit of near hot, put that on my beautiful brush. Here's that oversized tin of this golden elixir. Oh yeah. I love their tins because they're a little oversized so you can get the cream right from the tin. No nicking it and throwing it into a bowl. You don't need a bowl, you just do a face lather. All right, I'll go right on the face. Ah, bright, beautiful, wonderful scent. And what I love about the Elysian soap shop website is they have great descriptive scent profiles with a nice story.
Dive beneath the dazzling sun-drenched waves to explore a lost world of ancient wonders hidden in the deep sea. Sparkling top notes of yuzu, anise, and coriander mingle with ginger, eucalyptus, and Sichuan pink pepper to create a bold and fiery opening. Atlantis. Fresh, elegant, and timeless.
Gora!
Dude, lovely lather. 15% off. Use that code, guys. And try them out. You'll love them. All right. Welcome down the rabbit hole. All right, so fundamental technique of DE or safety razor shaving. You want to let the device do the work, and it's easy to do with this razor from Pearl because it's so hefty. This is one of the heaviest razors I think I've used. Lots of weight on the handle. A lot more weight on the handle than I've been used to. Now with safety razor shaving, you want to have like a slanted approach as you approach the face, about a 30% curve or angle. And you want to start with soft strokes. And again, letting the device do the weight. I mean, let the device's weight glide across the skin. There's no need to push. Oh, that's very nice. And when you do push or you lose angle, when you do push or lose that angle, you'll feel it. And when you feel it, you just want to pull up. Take your time and do it right. And don't talk when you're shaving like me. Now you have two sides to a double-edged razor. You can use them both before you rinse. Ah, that's nice. Very, very nice. Made quick work. Makes quick work of 3-day stubble. I'm a little all over the place. Today with my shave. My mind is going all over the place. Looking at the new Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max and trying to decide what color to buy. Now, when I first saw it, guys, I wanted the orange. I had to have it. Cosmic orange. But the more I look at it, I'm just not 100% sure. And I'm hearing that the colored foams, the coloreds, are very scratch, not scratch proof, but easy to scratch. So I don't know if I want a foam that has scratches all over it and orange. So then I thought, maybe I would go with the silver, since the silver will show scratches less. But I'm drawn to the blue. So if you're looking at the iPhone Pro or Pro Max, which color are you looking at? Leave a comment below. Or are you going to sit this one out and wait for the 18? Or maybe they'll just jump to the 26. All right, here we go. First pass in the books. What I'll do now is a little bit more near hot on my face. And now I'm going to do a cross grain pass. Now, it's the first time I'm using this particular razor, so I'm taking things easy. I didn't go under here on that pass. I just didn't get the feeling, and it's a bulky razor. So on the cross grain pass is where you really want to address under the nose around the sensitive bits. Now, Pearl has done you a favor. They haven't exposed that tab here. They've concealed it. And where with some older razors or some razors just designed in a slimmer manner, there's a little bit of a tab overhang, which will nip you when you are in the cross grain. So kudos to the folks at Pearl for covering that up. All right, we're going to go back to this original pull and load up again. Now, as you can see, the second lather is a little drier and a little weaker. So to remedy this, you really just have to add a little bit of water. A little bit of water, a little bit more agitation, more foam. I didn't have to go back to the 10 again. And just add a little water, a little bit of agitation, more foam.
Say it with me. A little bit of water, a little agitation, more foam. Say it again. A little bit of water, a little agitation, more foam.
All right. I'm happy today. All right. We're going to go with the cross grain. We're going to attend to the areas here. Special attention to those areas. And we'll start off on the side here. Nice wider stroke. You can go longer on this stroke. Take your timer on the jaw. Take your time down here and let the blade conform to the angles of your body, your face, your neck. You don't want to force the blade into where you think it should go. Just let it glide across the skin. We'll come over here. I'll try it with my left hand. Oh, nice. Besides this being a beautiful looking razor, it's performed well here today. First shave out of the box. I love the heft. Reminds me of the Vikings blade Emperor Augustus without the adjustability. Because that Emperor Augustus is an adjustable razor. It's one of my favorites. Very hefty razor as well. Maybe I'll pull that out and do a side-by-side at some point. Not much to compare because the adjustability is just next level. All right, we'll come under here. And we'll address under the nose and the nooks and crannies here. And as you can see, I did lighter tinier strokes here. Just kind of being very sensitive here, delicate. All right. Now for me, I don't really try to force it under the nose and around here. I use a product called One Blade to do fine touch-ups. I think that's the best move so you don't hurt yourself and you have a good shave. Especially if you're new to wet shaving, you want to have a good shave. You don't want to constantly be nicking yourself up. So pushing it is probably not what you want to do. You want to leave this shave nick-free, pain-free, and happy to keep going. Especially when you're new to it, guys. I mean, at any point, you don't want to be cutting yourself up, no matter what level shaver you are. All right, a little bit more near hot water. Get the soap out of my eyes. And now I'm feeling around, before the third pass, I'm feeling around to see where I may have missed some spots. And this razor did a good job. I and the razor did a good job. So there's not much cleanup to make. So that makes the third pass, which is the hardest pass, or the most aggressive pass. This makes that last pass, guys, an easier last pass because I did a good job. So I'm gonna go back to that brush and I'm gonna layer it on. If I wanted to add a little bit more foam, what would I do? Add a little bit of water, a little bit more agitation makes a little bit more foam. Come on, let's do it. A little water. Ooh, I added a lot of water. A little bit of agitation. A little bit more foam. All right, a little bit more foam. I don't need too much going on with this final pass anyway. A thin layer of foam is good. And I'll just show you how much foam is left over. Look at all that foam from that one grab. Like, you can add that to your shave. You don't want to let it go to waste. Some people will throw it right back in the tin. All right, so let's put that to the side. Now I'm gonna go with my third and final pass, and it's the against grain pass. So the hair grows downward for the most part. On your neck, it can grow in all different directions. On mine, it grows all crazy. So if you're really, really down the rabbit hole with wet shaving, you're gonna do something called beard mapping if you're a guy like Jimmy G. So you're gonna let the hair grow out and you're gonna map how the hair grows. And then for your passes, you're gonna wanna go with that. For instance, if your hair is growing up on your neck, then your first pass should on your neck be up and on your hair be down. I've done that. It's a lot to manage. I'm an average guy. So I just go one direction, one direction, one direction. All right, last direction against the grain. That means I'm gonna flip the razor upside down and I'm gonna do some ever so slight glances across the skin. Taking my time, light pressure. This is the get right pass. This is that pass that just gets those little hairs that might have missed the cut. It just pulls them out gently. Nice. Can attend to the Adam's apple here. All right, there we go. My get right pass is that baby's bottom glass finish, high grit sandpaper. That gives you that finishing look and keeps you out of the shave game for a day or two. Nice. All right. We're getting to a crucial area here. You know, if you suffer from irritation, ingrown hair, you know, you may want to pass on this right under the nose. It's a tough place to do this against grain. But if you do it like I'm doing it, ever so gently, low, if not no pressure, and let the weight of the device do the job. Again, I can go in with one blade and address any hair I may have missed. And that's it, guys. That is a beautiful shave. Thanks again to the folks at Pearl for sending me this beautiful razor so you can check it out. Again, links in the description box, and you can pick up something like this or one of their other great razors. They have some good stuff. I'm going to throw this in my little stand to let it Pearl stand to let it dry. I'll take the blade out too and let it air dry. And then I'll wash out my brush with warm water, and you always want to let your brushes air dry. Preferably hanging down. You don't want the water to well up in the brush head because that's going to loosen the glue eventually and you're going to lose your favorite brush. So we'll do that later. But now, so you don't have to wait for me to do all my cleaning up. Now I'm going to rinse with cool water and we'll apply the aftershave and we'll close this video out. How about that? The other thing is, I forgot to mention, getting in over here, you can do that at the end with one blade too. But I think I did a decent job today. All right, last component of the shave, again, this beautiful Elysian Atlantis Deep Aftershave Splash. It's just wonderful. I like to call it the golden elixir of shaving. Shannon, you and your team do a great job. And don't forget, 15% off. Use that average guy code AVGGUY. Get you 15% off. Support a great company. Products made right here in America, guys. It's the American story. Oh, parting word. If you are into wet shaving, you're new to it, you need to get yourself one of these. I think it's called a Blade Keeper. Leaf will send this to you. You can get it on their site. And your used old blades, like this one here, there's like a little mail slot here. I'll throw that old blade in there. As you can see, I'm almost full. But this mines those blades, and then you can chuck them in a more, a safer way. So you're not throwing blades one by one into the trash, so you can avoid getting cut up. You might be able to send it to someone who makes Damascus knives, and they can make a knife out of it. All right, so I've rinsed that out, and I'm gonna let it air dry. Also, I'm gonna take my beautiful brush with warm water, and I'm gonna get all the lather out of that. I'll take it against a face cloth or a towel to shake it out. Again, you wanna let your brushes air dry down so the water, again, you wanna let your brushes air dry down so the water seeps out and it doesn't well back up into the brush head to destroy the bond with the glue. We'll let them air out and be ready for the next shave. Guys, I want to thank you for being here. Leave a comment below. Let me know what kind of iPhone you're going to get, what you think about the new iPhone, and what you think about this video. All right, I'll see you next time. But in the meantime, you know what to do. Keep pushing play. Now, Haley, roll the music.
Roll the music.
Dude.
heart, thought that I could change.